Competition climbing. It's known for being jumpy and dynamic. Most of us have probably seen an expert or a beginner try comp climbing for the first time. But what happens when just an average climber dives headfirst into a big competition? Well, that's exactly what I did. Until now, all of my training has been done in an old school gym, outside, or on a moonboard. All of which are not conducive to comp style climbing. This would be the ultimate test of using my raw strength in order to learn a completely new style in the moment. The competition which I signed up for is called the Method Underground. It's in New Jersey and brings in a bunch of the best climbers from all around the East Coast. I was in the U19 category. I had no idea if I was going to get destroyed or have nobody to compete against. I had no plan, no idea, no method of approaching this competition. And that was my first big mistake. I was too busy wandering around like a kid in a candy shop looking at all the cool boulders that they had set for the competition that I forgot to warm up. The announcement came for us to gather for the rules meeting in front of the slab section. Now, I wasn't really worried about this because I always warm up by climbing, but that was a mistake. I thought 3 hours would be plenty of time, but that little time that I used warming up could have meant a better or harder send for my scorecard. Speaking of sending, let's look at some of the boulders that I actually tried.
The first boulder I tried to climb was the standard running on volume competition dyno. I thought it would be pretty easy to start off with, as the hold seemed pretty good, and the rest of it didn't seem too complicated. I ended up giving it a couple tries, but then I moved on to something else. I did one of the easiest climbs of the competition, didn't record it, as a warm-up, and then I went over to this other climb that I ended up flashing, which I didn't expect and therefore wasn't recording. It had some cool moves, but nothing too crazy. After landing that other climb, I came back with some new energy and finally got this boulder. The next climb I set my eyes on was this blue one. The first move was a low percent dyno. You could either go with both hands and try to catch them, or try and stick it with just one, which is what I opted for. They're good holds, but it's a weird angle that you have to throw yourself at the wall so you don't swing too far out and slip. I then went over to the slab area for a little bit, and that went terribly. I tried it twice, and I slipped on small footholds twice. It's not my fault my gym has no slab area. I then went back to a powerful overhanging boulder. This yellow one had some great moves and heel hooks, which is my favorite thing to do. On my first good go, my heel slipped towards the end, and I wasn't able to get it. And then I just started running out of steam and couldn't hold onto the slopers at the end of this boulder. I kept slipping just at the last move. Very unfortunate. So far, all of the climbs that I've been trying to get have been in the 25 to 35 out of 50 boulders, meaning they're about in the middle of the difficulty, ranging from V5 up to V8. This yellow one, I'm pretty sure, was in the V6 to V8 range. I then took a break from that yellow one and moved on to this yellow one. It was pretty much a one-move wonder. You jump into this undercling, get a high foot, match the undercling, go out to a crimp, and then you have to dyno very far out to the left. If you're coordinated enough, you can toe hook with your right foot to stabilize yourself. Or if you're strong enough, you can just catch the left hold. By this point, it had been about an hour and a half, and I just didn't have enough power to get all the way out to the left. When I finally gave up with that yellow one, there was less than an hour remaining. I realized I needed to get some climbs done, so I shifted my attention to some of the easier ones, including this green one, which I got, I think, second go. Those top holds are very bad. The last hold is good, though, but as you can see, I slip and my finger pops off, and I almost don't send the boulder, but luckily I stuck it. I then went over to this harder boulder with about 30 minutes left, and I wanted to give it some good goes. I only actually gave it one go because by the time I fell, there was a giant line behind me, and I would have only been able to give it about one more go before the competition was over. And I needed a 5th climb in order to submit my scorecard. So I then moved on to this easier boulder that was only about number 19. It was just another run across volumes to a double catch, and the rest of it was very easy. My right hand slipped on the first go, and I sent it on the second.
In the end, I got last in my category, albeit it was out of 6 people. To put into perspective my competition, the kid who got 3rd came up to that blue boulder that I was working on and flashed it. Regardless of my place, I'm very happy with how I did. For it being a completely new experience, I think I handled it pretty well. It's hard to plan for something when you've never done anything remotely close to it. But now that I've done one, the next one should go a lot better. I'll definitely make sure to include a warm-up. And I have to say, competition-style boulders are pretty fun. I used to be kind of afraid of getting hurt on these jumpy moves, but I find that the more you commit, the less chance you have of getting hurt. They're usually set in a way where if you commit, there's no real danger. Except, of course, slabs and your shins. But I don't touch slabs, so I don't have that problem. I'll definitely be back for another competition in the future. Maybe even the same one next year. It'll be interesting to see how I improve. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. And comment down below what you'd like to see me try next. I hope to see you next time, and thank you for watching.